Having mobility in your heel is essential for being able to adjust your position when you're walking on uneven surfaces and for absorbing shock. Your heel is a separate bone from your toes, and the heel should be able to move inwards, outwards, but also side to side to help you adjust to differences in terrain. If that heel is stuck, it can cause problems with balance. It can also create conditions such as heel spurs, plantar fasciitis, and when your foot is not absorbing the shock, then your joints like your knee and your lower back start to take up the strain. So we're going to do an exercise that gets that movement back into the heel. So we're going to hold the front of your foot, and we're just going to take hold of the heel, and you're going to push the heel forward towards the toes, and then we're going to take hold of the front of the heel and we're going to pull it back to stretch that foot, pushing forward and pulling back. Now, it's not a great deal of movement, so don't expect too much, and don't worry if it doesn't move to begin with. With time and with consistency, it will start to move. And if it's really stuck, then we're going to do some exercises after this one that's going to help unstick that a little bit more. Just pushing and pulling, pushing and pulling. The second movement the heel makes is that side to side movement. So again, we're going to just hold on to the foot itself. We're going to take hold of the heel, and you're going to push the heel away from you as you rotate the foot or the forefoot towards you. And then we're going to do it in reverse. We're going to bring the heel towards you as we rotate the foot away from you. So we're getting that heel movement, but we're also getting that rotation in the foot. And again, consistency is key with this, especially if your feet have been stuck for a long time. It's going to take some time to start to get this movement back in the foot. Ideally, we want to be doing this a couple of times a day, depending on how sticky your feet are to begin with. And then just give those feet a little bit of a stretch by just stretching the toes and pulling the heel back. And that's going to get a nice deep stretch all the way from the back of the toes, across the toes, ball of the foot, center of the foot, into the heel. And if we add that little flexion of the heel as well, then we'll deepen that stretch into the Achilles. So the entire bottom chain of the foot and up into the Achilles. So just pull that heel back, deepen that stretch, and then just release, and we'll repeat that 2 more times. So just stretch the toes gently, flex the ankle, and then get hold of the heel, pull and drag until you feel that little stretch. It's not going to be as an intense stretch as you would be stretching other muscles like your hamstrings, for example. 1 more. Stretch and release. Just give the foot a little bit of a wiggle. Just move it in all different directions. And then you're going to repeat that on the other foot. We're going to show you next how we can get more movement in that heel, so the heel has its full range of movement forwards and backwards, which is essential for absorbing shock when you're walking or running. So we're just going to place a ball. You can use a tennis ball or something a little bit harder, whatever your foot can tolerate. And we're just going to place that ball in front of the heel. And we're just going to press the foot down, keeping the toes and the ball of the foot on the floor, just pressing down, a little bit of pressure. If you think you can tolerate a little bit more, then you're going to apply a little bit of weight down through the elbow. And we're going to smush the foot, very technical term, smushing. You're going to keep the ball of the foot grounded on the floor. It's not going to move. And you're going to just take the heel to the left and to the right. That's going to create some rotation in the foot, which is even more mobility in the foot, but it's going to free that tightening of fascia and tissue between the heel and the toes. And then just have a little breather, just lift the heel off the floor. Maybe here you want to try that little stretch again, now that we've released a little bit more through that foot. And then again, we'll try again, just placing the ball not on the heel, in front of the heel. Again, apply a little bit of pressure and just smush the heel from side to side. And again, just take it off. You can do this massaging for as long as it feels comfortable for you to do it, how much you can tolerate. Let's do one more. Back on that heel, apply the pressure down. Now, if you feel that's just not enough pressure for you, then you can come up to standing, and that gives you a bit more body weight on it. But I'm just going to show you the sitting version. And if you want it to be a little bit more tense, you can take it to standing. Pushing down in that foot. Now for this one, I'm going to do a little bit different. I don't recommend you do this if you're doing the standing version, but I'm going to lift the toes. All that's going to do is create more length through the bottom of the foot on the ball. I'm going to smush. And then I'm going to take it down. Lifting the toes just opens up that kinetic chain a little bit more. And then we'll take it off. And again, we'll just finish with that little bit of massage, manual massage of movement with the hand, just pushing the heel towards you, pulling it away, towards you, pulling it away, and that side to side movement. And then that side to side movement with the rotation. So draw the heel towards you, rotate the forefoot away, rotate the forefoot towards you, push the heel away. The key to success of this exercise is consistency to begin with. Once you have got that movement back in your foot, then it's a case of maintenance. And a good little tip is to keep the ball by your sofa or under your desk or in your desk drawer so that you can take it out. And when you are sat still, just practice moving the foot on that ball, keeping your feet supple, maintaining your balance and absorbing shock to protect the rest of your joints in your body. Let me know in the comments what you think of that video. If there's anything in the video that you found helpful or anything that you did differently, then let me know and I will see you in the next video.